Central Falls High School in Central Falls, Rhode Island, has been one of the worst performing high schools in the state of Rhode Island over the past 5 years. Now, that's a tragedy no matter where it happens, and unfortunately, it's happening in just too many places all across the country. Fewer than half of the students at Central Falls High School graduate. Think about that, fewer than half. Only 7% of the 11th graders in 2009 were judged to be proficient in mathematics. So school superintendent Fran Gallo decided to do something about it, something that she hadn't tried at that point. She asked the staff to do their job, stick around an extra 25 minutes a day, and to assist in tutoring and rotate in their efforts and spend more time with the students during their lunch breaks. The teachers' union absolutely refused and chose to use the opportunity to claim they wanted more compensation for the added responsibility. Superintendent Gallo responded by telling them that she would have to call upon all of them to be fired. Joining me now is Superintendent Fran Gallo. Thank you for being with us, Superintendent.
Well, thank you for having me.
This had to be a very tough decision for you. Were you surprised? I can only imagine your frustration at the performance of the school and your deep desire that those students do better. What was your reaction when the teachers union said no way?
Well, I was completely thunderstruck. There shouldn't have been any such conversation. A professional is paid to do their job, not by the hour, or certainly not by the minute, and to have been told that it had to be minute by minute, prorated pay, just was mind-boggling to me when we already have the shortest instructional day in our state, or close to it.
Well, my God! I mean, how long is the so-called instructional day?
The teachers actually instruct just over 4 hours a day.
Excuse me?
The teachers instruct just over 4 hours a day.
My God.
And so it's not any wonder that we're having trouble assisting our students in their learning because we're not giving them enough time on task.
How long are the students in school each day?
The students are in school from 8 o'clock until 2:30. We were asking to stretch that day to 3 so that we could get at least another half an hour of instruction in the core subject areas.
Is this, are you saying to me, and maybe I'm completely missing it, but if the teachers are paid to teach 4 hours a day, are you saying they're paid overtime for anything beyond that?
Anything beyond the 2:30 mark, if I want all of them to do it, I mean, certainly we have wonderful teachers who volunteer numerous hours. But if we're going to change a culture, I need everyone to move this ship. And not being able to do that other than through a negotiated contract brought me to a point where the only way we could get that extra time was through the union, and their answer was no, that they have a salary and that they're paid from 5 minutes to 8 until 2:30, and they absolutely weren't going to come to the table without my continuing to offer payment at a prorated salary rate for the next 30 minutes.
Unbelievable. Can I ask
Very
again?
Disappointing to a person, any teacher, in my opinion, who entered the teaching as a profession and understood it to be a service to children, not suddenly, I suppose, it's sudden to me, but to realize that in order for everyone to do this, you have to pay more money. And they do receive a solid, substantial wage as it is.
Now, I understand the average teacher's salary there at Central Falls is $70,000 a year.
Well, a first-year teacher would receive 44,000. But at the high school, 56 of the teachers at the high school earn more than 71,000.
Oh my God!
That's right.
And the average salary in the Central Falls community.
In the community, it's 22,000 a year. We're an impoverished area.
These teachers are making 3 times the average salary in the community, and they're demanding more money from those folks making $22,000 a year, who also just happen to be the taxpayers.
Well, it gets even more complicated than that, because our school was financially taken over by the state 20 years ago. So the tax base here in the city is so few, so small, that we couldn't substantially support our schools. And so 20 years ago, the state took it over, and therefore it's every taxpayer in the state of Rhode Island that supports Central Falls schools.
My God, what a nightmare